Jonathan, we haven't a moment to spare. The Trump assassination was a hoax.
Uh, duh.
What
I
are you
knew
here?
that
Let's
the
watch the
moment it
clip.
happened.
I got the clip. I got the clip ready. Let's see what happened.
Let's get everyone up to speed. Shooting was real. Trump reacts to the blast. Checks his ear for blood. There is none.
Ooh.
They were not released till the next day. That is a lifetime in the journalism business.
Yeah,
Trump's
where's
hand was
the
on the podium.
What?
I saw an image once. I can't find it right now. They did a side by side of his ear before and after the event,
Right.
and there's absolutely no damage whatsoever.
MAGA, what do you guys think about this? Is he faking it? Because I swear I haven't heard this conspiracy, or I don't even know if it's a conspiracy, but I've heard it talked
Oh, it's
about in a way
100%
that maybe he
conspiracy.
didn't possibly get actually shot. But no, I've never seen. Well, I guess could you consider this proof? What do you
I
think,
mean,
Jonathan?
go look at his ear today, what it looks like on whatever the most recent thing is. There's absolutely no damage whatsoever.
Let's continue.
There's none.
When the shot was fired. This is point 0.4 seconds after. FYI, an accidental bullet capture has never happened. Blood was
Wait, that's saying that we've never captured a bullet in air before? Is that what she's trying to say?
During an assassination attempt.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah,
Like, that's just wild.
that is pretty wild.
But, I mean,
added.
Huh?
so so it reminds me of the Christianity seeing Jesus thing. I don't know if you've seen it, where it's like, up until the invention of the camera, there was, like, all these events of Jesus showing up or God doing miracles, and as soon as the camera became useful, it dropped to almost 0. And then as soon as Photoshop came up, it went back up.
That makes sense. You know, that kinda reminds me, maybe that is the MAGA people. Like, that you know what I mean? Like, leftover, like, there's a I don't wanna say it. Forget it. Forget I said anything. Let's watch the clip.
To Trump's hand in the third photo. Video footage and all other images do not show
No blood. Would you see it that quickly, though?
Yeah, there'd be a hole missing. That's the whole thing.
blood on
Like,
Trump's hand.
so yeah, can you get so see where the line's coming out there? It's coming away from his face,
Yeah.
from his nose and his mouth
No,
area.
blood came forward.
Yeah, so the origin point is I wish I could draw on the screen right now. The origin point's actually, on the curve of his cheek right here, coming back, and then down here coming back, and at that point, if you look at it as a line, that looks like where he got hit when the Secret Service came in and actually got him with their like, they accidentally collided with him when they were trying to cover him to protect him. But the ear is back here. He was facing that direction. The bullet came from our right side of the view. It didn't clip his face and then come back. It was supposedly hit his upper ear, but cartilage doesn't grow back without like stem cell research on shit. But the side by side of his ear does not show any damage. So
Did you
here,
see the
can I
clip of Joe
post an
Rogan?
image? Here, let me I'm gonna
Did you
put it
s
into the
I'll let you
chat
share it.
here. Hold on a second. I wanna show everybody something.
Did you
So
see the
in
clip
this
of Joe Rogan asking him about it? Because it was, like, a couple weeks after this supposed assassination attempt. He's like, "Oh, no,
can you
it healed
believe
up. It
anything?
healed right up."
Yeah, and if you go look it up, it doesn't happen. That does not
That's
happen.
what I've heard as well.
Cartilage, they've just now gotten a new serum within the last month that is not even in human trials yet that can regrow cartilage in like knee joints and that kind of stuff. But to be able to regrow a missing part of your ear where a bullet supposedly took it out, it's just that science doesn't exist yet.
Right.
I just posted a link to an image. Can you pull that up?
Yep. Blood jet up. Studio chat. Oh, it's just a picture?
Yeah. I mean, look at his ear. There's no damage whatsoever. Now, I don't know,
When was this taken?
trying to find that out. Um, oh, here's a better one. Here's one from Friday. Let me get this image.
You bet.
This is a picture of him from Friday. Or no, Thursday, Thursday. So that's before the, shot. Here's after the shot, and
Okay.
the next image I'll post it. So notice the curvature of his ear and how now zoom in really good. Where's the bullet hole? There's no hole. There's no damage. That in fact, if you look at it, move your cursor over to right middle of his ear to that lump right there.
Right here.
I don't see your cursor anymore.
You don't? It's right on his ear.
Yeah, well, anyway, so that little lump that's, like, right there
Right here?
here, let me see if I can do it right so that little lump right there matches the other picture you just had. In fact, the entire curvature is perfectly matching between the 2 pictures. There's absolutely no distortion on his ear whatsoever. Look, there's the little lump, there's the dip in, and if you go back to the other one, there's the lump and the dip in. It's an exact match to his there's no damage whatsoever to his ear.
Guys, the Almost Above Average podcast has cracked the code. Donald Trump is lying. He did not
I
get
mean,
hit by a bullet.
yeah, so
Hit
there's no
subscribe.
bullet
We're doing exclusive shit on the Almost Above Average podcast, y'all.
and they didn't release the medical reports. He didn't have his doctor come out and say anything. So my theory, this is my speculation. This is what I believe happened. I think his team courted that kid from the gallery. They militarized him. They provided him the information. He went there and set up. Secret Service was in on it. They had eyes on him, and they had multiple people testify. The police even testified that they knew about the shooter before Trump ever took the stage, and they didn't do anything. They got told to stand down, not to worry about it. They got it covered, blah blah blah,
So you think this is a
and they
deep state
waited. And
plan?
he was coordinating with. He was told what to do, and he did exactly what he did. And after he took the shot that killed somebody and a loyal magist in the field, after Trump got his publicity stunt, that's when they shot him and killed him. So they sacrificed one person that attended their rally, a father. I think he was a fireman, if I remember correctly, something like that. An upstanding member of the community, unfortunately loyal to Trump, and it got him killed, in my mind. That's my opinion and another guy that they coerced because the other guy was a registered Republican. He was pro MAGA. He was militarized. Like it all lines up.
You think this was perpetrated by the Trump administration? You think it was coordinated?
That's that's my theory. My theory is this whole
What
thing
do you
was
think the goal
staged.
would be?
The goal is to win him the election, and it did. A lot of people thought that that won him the
I
election. If you
remember
look at
that.
everybody that talks about it, they said that won him the election. It's
That was my
over.
first thought. That was my very first
One
thought, like, "Great, he's gonna win now." I remember that.
to the best I think I heard somebody say that nobody that's ever been in an assassination attempt has lost the election, and it's
Well,
like,
that's what,
yeah,
3? 3 people?
well, I mean, other than JFK who actually died from it, but, if you think
Reagan
about
had an
Bush
assassination
and
attempt?
Reagan and all they didn't lose, come on.
Yeah.
And that's what happened, like, the tide turned, people got mad, Republican, MAGA, conspiracy, QAnon went very hard in the paint trying to say that it was Obama and it was Biden and it was, the Iranians and it was pro-Democrats that organized this, and they talked about him being a trans, they talked about him being, socialist, they talked about all these different talking points about why he was supposedly aligned to the Democratic agenda, but he was a MAGA. He had a manifesto. He is a kid in high school, if I remember correctly. He was part of a marksman team. Like, let me tell you guys, a marksman who didn't qualify well, didn't do well in school from everything I remember saying, just happens to know the location, happens to know a vantage point, happens to have a line of sight, and nobody does anything before Trump takes stage, even though they are told that there's a guy with a sniper rifle on top of the building with an eagle-eye view. Come on. That's just ridiculous. And there's no damage to the ear. So in my mind, my thought is that Magus got sacrificed, the other Magus got sacrificed, and it was all a stage ploy. And there's a lot of other people out there that said he had one of those movie blood packs,
Right?
and that's what it actually was. That he popped it and kind of did like this, but the lines are too sharp.
Yeah.
But there's other things about this that doesn't make sense. Like, if you look at it, there's no blood. He kind of goes, "What happened?" And they have the picture of the bullet missing him. It misses it. It goes behind him. So he's turned this way. Bullet goes this way, but it hits this ear. That doesn't make any sense. Like, that doesn't line up. How would a bullet hit him here when it went behind him? And his head was turned this way, but the bullet came like trajectory physics doesn't line up. The streaking of the blood doesn't line up. Like the bullets, like there's no blood on his ear at that time. Like none of this shit makes any sense. Look at his head's turned. He turned
What
his now go back. He turned his head.
Yeah, he's like, what?
Where's the blood on his hand?
Yeah, there is none. So that's after he got shot, right?
Supposedly.
So, oop, I don't there's no blood
There's
on his
no
hand.
blood on his hand.
There's no blood on his hand. Right after he got shot. I
Yeah,
mean,
scoot it back to earlier when it actually shows his angle. So there's the bullet. Okay, so I was wrong. So he's facing that way, but look, like, nah, nah. He's like, oh,
so,
look.
okay, bullets behind him. He goes to grab his ear after, and then he looks at his hand, there's no blood.
And he's trying to figure out what's going on. He wondered if he actually got hit. And then he ducks down, and Secret Service comes in and collides with him.
Here, let's keep on.
lifetime in the journalism business. Trump's hand was on the podium when the shot was fired. This is point 4 seconds after. FYI, an accidental bullet capture has never happened.
You know what the odds are of that not going through his head and actually hitting his ear at that trajectory? Like,
Right, right.
Blood was added to Trump's hand in the third photo.
that's like a trillion to one shot.
Video footage and all other
Look,
images
no
do
blood.
not
No.
show blood on Trump's
And
hand.
then he gets down and
Only
pause,
Mill's
pause right
photo
there.
does.
Pause right there. Look at it. It's coming from his mouth and in front of his face, exactly where it would have been had he gotten collided with Secret Service when they dogpiled him. Look at it.
You think it's
It's
his
not.
lip bleeding?
Yeah, it's his lips bleeding from getting smacked in the face by the holster on the Secret Service
What
agent.
about the ear? You think the blood on his ear came from his mouth?
He did that and they did like this.
Oh, let's see.
Mill's photo does.
Because why is the blood on the top of the ear instead of on the side where he supposedly got hit, where the
And I thought,
bandage was afterwards?
Right.
as I'm looking back at my camera, I'm sending pictures directly to the New York
Water
Times from
flows downhill, not uphill.
my camera. So we were
Now,
ushered into the
pause. Hold on a second. Pause. So there's all these conspiracy theories around who the guys around him are. Some people have said that guy with the sunglasses is an actor, and but
I
no,
could see it. He
they've
looks like
been
an actor.
he's not. He's actually Secret Service. These are actually Secret Service. But you got to remember, like Secret Service got in a lot of trouble because they broke the law very heavily. They were texting things at
Yep,
people.
I
They were
remember that.
using back channel communications. They destroyed evidence to
Mhm.
try to protect Trump. Like there was an
There was a very
investigation.
corrupt, Secret Service under the first Trump
In
administration.
fact, that's why when Biden took office, he had to like purge a bunch of them.
Right. Makes sense.
president's hold, which was formerly his hold because we were in like a crime scene area. So they
And
ushered
who
us
the
in
fuck
there. So I
pops up when there's an assassin on the run? Come on.
was sending pictures back to the office. And then I thought, oh my
Look
gosh,
at wait, go back, go for a second. Go back for a second. Go back to the picture of him standing up there.
This one?
Look, no, back a little bit more to him standing up with doing the rah rah thing. Look at them. Is Secret Service scared? Are
oh
they
my God.
scared? Are they like just whatever? Like they're not scared. They're just whatever.
Yeah,
Like why would they let him up if there's a fucking active shooter? Come on.
that's true.
We were ushered into the president's hold, which was formerly his hold because we were in like a crime scene area. So they ushered us in there. And so I was sending pictures back to the office. And then I thought, oh my gosh.
Now pause for a second. Can you go back to that scene just a little bit?
And then I thought, oh my
No,
gosh.
go back to the scene where he's standing or pause right there. Yeah. When you go back to the scene, pause. No, 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 you went too far. Where he's standing on a podium and everybody's around him. So there's a really weird thing that I was reading, and it was about
And
the
I thought, you know, as
photographer. So there's a that picture of him there. The camera boom had moved, and a photographer that actually took the video and pictures of him up there when he jumped up and did this was moved into position right as it was happening or right after it was happening or something like that by Trump's press team. So Trump's press team moved the person into position to get the picture as after he got up.
If all of that is true, I am having trouble understanding why we haven't heard a lot of it yet. There's gotta
Because
be a leak.
who
Everything in this
controls the
fucking administration leaks like a hole in a water balloon.
who controls the administration?
Well, they're leaking, like, even Hegseth can't stop his leakers. Cash can't stop his leakers. Why how come this hasn't leaked yet? It's hard for me to believe that it didn't leak just because of this administration. No one trusts them. They don't trust each other.
Because it doesn't fit the narrative. And honestly, the bottom line is MAGA was in control and the Democrats are a bunch of wussies.
After being with Trump, Team Mills tells his editor he has proof that Trump was shot. Really?
Mhm. Where?
so she goes,
His
well,
hat?
right now we don't even know if he was shot. I said, when you see these images, you're going to know.
Hmm.
Because he grimaces and he grabs and there's blood on his hand.
Nope. We already
So
saw that. No blood on his
No blood on
hand.
the hand. Lying ass.
they looked at him, and about 5 minutes later, I got a text and a call from her saying, "You won't believe this. We think we have a picture. You have a picture of the bullet behind his head." And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" So she sent it to me right away, and I said, "Well, wait just a few minutes because that's a JPEG file from my camera. Let me go and open up my laptop and put the raw image out, which has all the data in
Man,
there."
look at
And
that
I did that and
bullet
sent it up.
trajectory. That's too, depending on the angle, that could be like too low to hit his ear. Like,
Well, I don't
look at the
know.
angle of his head.
It's right in line with his right earlobe. I mean,
No, it's,
based on the picture, like, that could be a depth perception thing. It could be 10 feet away.
yeah, it could be an angle issue. You're right.
Yeah.
And then the FBI forensic, uh, I guess somebody who they hired or somebody who looked at it and said, "Hey, this is definitely the bullet."
How many shots did that guy fire?
I thought it was two because there's the one that missed and the one that killed the guy.
That's right.
Maybe three. I don't know.
He looked very pale at the time, and then all the blood was on his ear and then coming out of it or around his mouth. And I thought,
Why was blood around his mouth?
Yeah.
Now, here's the fun part. Like
Interesting.
somebody that is knowledgeable in physics could do all the math and determine the angle and the logistics of the bullet
Yeah.
based on the size of the bullet, the angle of the camera, the stage, the where the shooter was on the map. They could go back and do the physics and figure it out.
Well, I'm sold
But
based on everything we just watched and everything that we just discussed. I'm sold on the idea that Trump faked this shooting to appear powerful, win an election, and buy some political points from MAGA, I guess, or whoever still supports him, which is fucking crazy still. But
I'm gonna say it again.
refute that,
My
MAGA.
personal
Tell
opinion,
me
he sacrificed two MAGA.
if you watch that same video that we did, if you're watching this right now, can you still say that Trump definitely got shot in his ear? He was on Joe Rogan a couple weeks later, nothing on his ear. We just showed you pictures from what, days after, nothing on his ear. So, like, it wouldn't be a big deal if he just said, "Yeah, they tackled me and I was bleeding on my lip and I accidentally brushed it on my ear like a freaking normal person." But like true fashion of a politician, never let
The
a good
no, the blood
tragedy
on
go
his
to
face
waste.
The blood on his face was not a smear. If it was a smear, if he went
You
like
would
this
see
and
the
then did
smear part.
this, it would be a smear, not a streak.
Yeah, that
It
was
was a
definitely a
solid
stream.
streak coming from his mouth up and coming from his mouth down. It wasn't a smear. It wasn't wide, the size of a fingertip. It wasn't light because it was smearing it based on the pressure applied.
Yeah, it would
It
be
was,
thicker if it was smeared.
yeah.
It's clearly a stream or yeah, or spatter or something like that. So, this just
Now,
furthers
I
the case that Trump is a liar, and he has been lying to you, to me, to everyone, but I've known it for the last 10 years. What about you? Leave it in the comments why you still trust this guy. He's lying to you about every single thing on the planet at this point. Ridiculous. But hit subscribe and join the Almost Above Average crew. We're trying to do a pro democracy thing over here, but it gets really frustrating when we have to deal with liars in chief all the time. Anyway, what do you think, Jonathan?
Let's call it here, bud.
Tell the people.
Go look it up. Cartilage, ear, regrow. Find out it's fake. And then that's all the proof. And go look at the pictures of him in his last press conference. Go find his last press conference. Look at his ear. That's all you need to know, buds.
And subscribe to the Almost Above Average podcast anywhere you get your podcasts, especially on YouTube. And we'll see you in the comments. I like arguing with you guys on TikTok. It's really fun for me. So I do appreciate that. And it's all in good fun. I'm genuinely just trying to understand you guys. I have a lot of MAGA friends and I just want to know how you guys think. So anyway, leave in the comments and we'll see you next time. Peace.